Welcome to this video. What we're going to do now is show you how to buy and sell NFTs on an Ethereum marketplace. The one we're going to go over is Opensea. Step number one is going to be to set up a Metamask wallet. Metamask is a cryptocurrency wallet. It's essentially a software program that allows you to hold your public and private keys. So let's head over to the screen, and what you're going to do is go to metamask.io if you haven't done so already. And if you've never set up an account, I'll run through that real quick just in case some of you have never done that. Some of what we're showing you, you can do on your cell phone, but most of it should be done on a laptop or desktop. So you're going to go to metamask.io, and then you are going to click download, and then you will pick the Chrome extension. The reason you want to do the Chrome extension is because it's going to be very easy, very visible, as you can already see in the top right corner. It's going to allow us to connect our wallet to any website that allows for a MetaMask connection so that we can link our funds and we can make purchases online. All right, so you're going to hit install MetaMask, and then when you open it up, it will look something similar to this. When you set up your wallet, you want to make sure that you back up your wallet right away. So this is an example of a 12-word backup phrase for a MetaMask wallet. When you set up your wallet, you're going to be given two options. One will be to generate a new wallet. What that's going to do is create a new wallet, an Ethereum wallet essentially, and it's going to give you a backup phrase, a seed phrase that you have to write down. What you're going to do is write down each word in order. You don't want to mix them up. For example, word 1, you should write down that word exactly how it is. Word 2, all the way to word 12. For example, if word number 1 says baseball, write baseball. And then word number 2, if it says house, write house. The reason you have to set up a backup is because if you ever lose access to your wallet, you can always restore it. So that's going to be the option number 2. You can also restore your wallet if you've already done one in the past and you have access to your recovery phrase. Again, just to remind you, the 12-word recovery phrase is just as important as the wallet that you have on your phone. This is the most important backup. Having the 12-word recovery phrase backed up is the most important. Again, do not share it with anybody. Only you should have access to it. As you can see on this wallet, we've got 5369 USD. So we have about 0.26% of an Ether on here. So how do you get funds onto your MetaMask? And of course, you don't have to buy a full Ethereum or even half of an Ether. It's actually broken down into less than a penny. What you're gonna do is click on the top right and go into your account, and then you can hit buy. This will give you the opportunity to use Apple Pay, a credit card, something like that. And that is one way that you can buy some Ethereum and then add a little bit of Ether to your account. The other option that you have is that you can send Ethereum from one of your other wallets, or for example, if you set up a crypto.com app, what you can do as well is copy the public address. So you can click on the 3 dots, you can go to account details, and then you can scan and send money to that public key. Once the funds, the tokens, hit that public key, those coins will then be stored onto your private keys, and boom, you have some Ethereum. There are many ways of adding Ethereum to your wallet. My suggestion is to buy it through MetaMask. If not, set up a crypto.com app. It will take a few days for the process, but very easy and simple to do. If you do have a hardware wallet like myself, you can also buy Ethereum with your hardware wallet using the Trezor suite. You're only doing one transaction and the fees are quite low. So I've been relatively impressed with that method. Okay, so once you have your MetaMask set up and you have some Ethereum, I suggest having a minimum of $100 minimum because gas fees can be very costly depending on the congestion and what's going on the blockchain. Step number 3 is going to be to connect your wallet to Opensea. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go to opensea.io. This is Ethereum's biggest marketplace. Solana is starting to be built out on this as well. So that's really cool. Opensea is the largest NFT marketplace for Ethereum and probably going to be like that for Solana very soon as well. What you're going to do next to connect your wallet to Opensea, you are going to hit on profile, and then you will be given an option to connect a wallet. You can connect a Phantom, a Coinbase wallet, In this case, we're going to be connecting a Metamask. It's a very versatile wallet that a lot of people have been using for a long time. Okay, so you're gonna click on Metamask, and then there you go, you are connected. This is our account for our NFTs that we're creating with Red Cape Sports. Now, I've already had this account connected to Opensea. I've just logged out. For you, you may have to sign a transaction, and depending on how you're doing this, you may have one extra step, but it's very simple, very easy to do. All you have to do is put in your password to say, yes, I would like my wallet to connect to the site. Once you do that, your profile is already set up. Also, if you want the best form of protection, I recommend using a Trezor Model T. That is a hardware wallet. In order to approve transactions, you have to physically put in your PIN or hit accept on your device. So I highly recommend the Trezor Model T. I'm not sponsored by them. However, I am a big fan of the Trezor Model T. I think it's the best hardware wallet. Also, if you're playing with a significant amount of cryptocurrency funds, and if you have a lot of digital assets, I highly recommend it. Beautiful. So we have our wallet connected. We are on Opensea. We're going to go to the top left, hit Opensea, go to the home page. Next is to research projects. You should never buy anything just because you heard somebody else talk about it. You want to research projects, and that's what we're going to cover here briefly as well, because I want to give you a 101 on how to identify projects, what you should be looking for, etc. You want to research as much as you can, because the more information you have about a project, the more experience you have as well is going to be very beneficial. When you're just starting out with NFTs specifically, my recommendation, and we will have another video talking about how to buy Cardano NFTs, I think that's the best way to start. The beautiful thing about Cardano is that the transaction fees are very cheap, and you can literally buy NFTs for 10 bucks. You can set up your wallet and do all that. We will have a video on that as well. So where do you start? What is the process of researching projects? Well, what you want to do is go to their website. That's going to be number one. That's going to be the project website. A lot of times when NFTs come out, the way they're doing it is they are having people go to their website and mint the NFT themselves. Opensea is a marketplace. So after they've been minted, you can also mint them yourself. However, when you're working with 10,000 NFTs, what the project does is they have the individual, you or me, go on the website, connect our wallet to the website and mint. And you can do that as well. So let's take a look at the notable drop. So these are projects that are live right now and they're being advertised on the website. So if we click on, for example, this Atom collection by Sierra Mordi, we can check out what they have on their collection. So the beautiful thing about NFTs is that it's not just a pretty piece of art. Maybe you're buying it for the art. A lot of times I do that. There are a couple of NFT projects that I purchased and owned. I'm even invested into a couple projects. I've helped build a couple of them where I'm in love with the art, and that is an asset. That's something that you can look at. It's a digital piece of art that you can enjoy. However, a lot of projects should have utility, and utility is going to be the purpose of the NFT and the way that it can integrate with certain websites, video games. What is the project doing with the NFT? For example, say you hold an NFT of the Atom collection in your wallet. Is that going to give you dividends? Is it going to give you perks to, for example, 10% off on their next launch? You want to think about these things. So when you're buying an NFT, you want to think about it as an investment as well, in the sense that, is somebody else going to want to buy this after I'm done? Will somebody else get some utility out of it? It's a great question to ask. So what you're going to do is look at the top right and see if you can find their website. Now, this project, I do not see a website, so we'll see if we can find a project that has a website. So we will go to Duplicator, and they have a website. So if we click on their website, we can see that it looks like a very good project. You can see that there's a max supply, and if we click at the top left, we can see their homepage, and it looks like a really well done website. That's always a good sign. You can see some of their art here. They're very well organized. You can see the artist. So That's what you want to do. You want to see the quality of the website. You want to look for utility. And the other one is going to be the white paper or the document, so to speak. So we will click here on the doc. And if we look here, we can get an idea of what they're doing, what this project is maybe even doing in the future. There's another word for what the project's going to do in the future. That's called the roadmap. And the roadmap is going to give you an example of what is to come in the future. So for example, today we are May 13th of 2022. They should have a roadmap for the next 1 to 2 years. So for Q1 will be for the first quarter of 2022. They are going to try to achieve this, and this. And that's what you want to look for. You want to see if they are hitting their targets. Maybe they're not, maybe they are. That's something that the research, your research will do for you. All right, so on their website, look at the quality, check out their white paper, or in this case, it will be called the document, and look for the roadmap. You want to see what they're doing. And maybe you like this art. Maybe you're looking at this and you're like, hey, I would want to own one. Now, the next one is going to be the Twitter or Discord. So the next one will be a Twitter. So if we go back to the Atom collection, we can see that they have a Twitter here. So that's really cool. And if we look at the Twitter, you want to look for followers. And then you want to see if they have things like podcasts that they're doing. You want to see what they have coming out. This is going to be a great way to research. Typically, a big project will have thousands of followers, and you want to go through their Twitter feed, right? So if you haven't already, sign up for Twitter, and then you can follow that particular NFT project and see what they have coming out. Now, the next one is going to be the Discord. We'll go through it really briefly. So if we click on Discord, when you join the project's Discord, you will get early access to drops. And what you can also do is verify your NFT. So for example, with Cardano, what I've done is I've verified multiple NFTs that I own in my wallet. And what you do is you send a specific amount of that token that they ask you to send to yourself. And then they know that you hold that asset in your wallet. So if you have to verify a token, that's how you do it. So for example, Full Send, they do the meta card. This is one of their Discord channels. And you can also make sure that you're on the proper links. They should have official links to everything. So if you're questioning if I am on the right channel, you can click on these links and make sure that you are on the right page. So being in the Discord will give you early access potentially, as long as you are on top of things. All right, so the next thing you want to do after you do the proper research, take your time, you're going to want to check out the project floor price. So that's going to be the lowest amount of money that you're able to spend to get into the project. On Opensea, you can see the creator, and we also have the floor price here. So if we click on the floor price, we can see that you can get into this project. You can buy an NFT for 0.028 Ethereum. So that's still relatively expensive depending on, what you want to spend for an NFT. So this project may be too expensive for you, but that's how you're going to check it out. Okay. So to get into the project, that's going to be the floor price. And then from there, you're going to have different rarities, etc. All right, so let's get into the buying and selling. So we have our wallet connected. Let's browse different projects. So here's some of the top projects, by the way. They'll always have that for the past 7 days, 30 days. What we're gonna do is go to rankings. So let's hit the floor price a couple times and let's see what we can find that is relatively affordable. Now, most projects should be about 0.20 ETH. That's generally where they're at. So if we're looking to snipe some projects kind of cheap, that's what we'd be looking at. So we'll go back to the top, the Skyverse NFT official. Okay, so that's 0.15 Ethereum. So what we can also do is click on the right side and go to price from low to high. Okay, so that will show us like the cheapest one. So we've got one for 0.01. So we'll click on this one. All right, so this project would be $308. Now, different NFTs will have the option to use USDC, which is a stable coin pegged to the US dollar. You also have Ethereum and wrapped ETH. So that will be an Ethereum that you wrap and then you can unwrap. It's basically a token that you can use to bridge across the blockchain. So don't worry about that too much. But what you can do is hit make offer or buy now. So if you hit buy now, okay, and we'll hit I understand. So you're just going to continue, go to checkout, and then you will need 0.14 ETH plus gas. So this will cost quite a bit of money. In our wallet, we don't have that much. We're not going to pay for an Ethereum NFT. What we will do is buy a Cardano NFT, and that's because it's significantly cheaper, and I'm just doing this to educate you. All right, so that's how you would buy an NFT, and then you would just hit continue, and then you want to make sure you have enough funds. And here you can click add funds with card. All right, that would be the process. So we can make an offer though. All right, so that's going to be how you buy an NFT on Ethereum. Once you own one, you can very easily list it. It's a very similar process. So that's all we have for you in this video. We will see you in the next one.